Hello, my name is Reagan Lake, and I'm the Democratic candidate for Livingston County Prosecutor. My topic for this video is working with child witnesses so you can see how important experience in this area is. To keep this video from getting too long, I'm going to divide it into two parts. In this first video, I'll talk about some of the issues involved in talking to children, and I'll introduce you to the forensic interviewing protocol, which contains the rules interviewers follow when speaking to children. In the second video, which I'll release next week, I'll walk you through how we conduct a forensic interview of a child. Let's begin by talking about some of the issues of working with children. As people who work with children on a daily basis know, children want to please adults. Most of them are also reluctant to correct an adult when that adult is wrong. And like with many adults, children don't like to admit when they don't know the answer to a question. So what do we do to address these challenges? We use the forensic interviewing protocol. This protocol was developed in Michigan and is now used nationwide. Its two most important features are that it conducts hypothesis testing questioning instead of hypothesis confirming questioning, and it uses a child-centered approach. Let's talk about each of those features. Hypothesis testing means that we start with a theory about what we think happened. Then we ask questions to see if we could be wrong and that something else actually happened. For example, let's say we are questioning a child who came to school with a large bruise on her forehead. Our hypothesis is that one of her parents hit her. However, we had to think of alternate scenarios that could have caused the bruise. For example, that she fell and bumped her head, or someone else, such as a sibling or friend, might have hit her. We then ask her questions to test whether any of these alternative hypotheses are correct. The second feature, a child-centered approach, means we let the child determine what we talk about and the language we use. For example, when I start talking to a child, I ask them a few questions to get to know them better and so they feel comfortable talking to me. As I'm talking to them, I try to pick up on clues about things they like to talk about. For example, if I were to ask a child, "What do you like to do when you're not in school?" and that child says to me, "I like to play video games," I wouldn't ask that child, "Do you like to play basketball?" because that child has already told me he or she is interested in video games. The second part of a child-centered approach is allowing the child to use the language he or she prefers. This is important because the child needs to be able to tell the story in his or her own way. Also, in sexual assault cases, a lot of kids and a lot of adults don't like to use the proper words for male and female genitalia. So for example, some kids might call genitalia private parts. The job of the interviewer then is to make sure you're all talking about the same body part. So you'll ask the child a question such as, "What do you use that body part for?" and the child may say something like, "To go pee." Those are the principles we use when conducting a forensic interview of a child. Next week, we'll review the rules we have kids follow when we're talking in the interview and in court. Thank you all for watching this video. For more information about my campaign, please visit my website at fairvotelivingston.org. And on November 3rd, please vote for Reagan Lake for Livingston County Prosecutor.